Welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Moonpir, Boston Rebirth. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me as always in our adventures in the basement is Moonpir.
Hello.
Did you play today's daily? Probably not.
I did not play it yet.
You were playing something that starts with M and ends with Monster Hunter?
Yes, I was playing something that sounds exactly like that, funnily enough.
Yeah. I didn't finish today's run because I haven't had the time, but man, let's talk about yesterday's Lost run. Woof. So, for anybody who isn't, slumming it with us on Afterbirth and not Afterbirth Plus, there was a Lost run, and it went to, I think, Dark Rune? I didn't make it all the way there. But,
yeah, I think it did.
But man, one of the weirdest, least powerful, most powerful runs where you're getting, you got to pick up Incubus, and you got to pick up all these Tears upgrades, and you had a lot of damage until you sort of suddenly didn't. You enter route floor 5, and it's like, oh, this is actually really bad.
Yep. As I learned when I died, I think I died on one of the bosses there, maybe? I don't even remember when I died. I just died for stupid reasons, because that's how I play this game, is stupidly, like a big stupid.
You just back into two flies at once, and it's like, yep, alright, that's my run.
Yep. That's every run for me, though. When it comes down to, that's how I usually do.
Yeah. Yeah, Lost runs are so weird, because it's one of those where it's like, man, if I could only get, Cricket's Head or Steven or one of these good, big damage multipliers, I'd be good. Or even if I get, in a row, 2 or 3 damage increases. But man, that just wasn't happening.
Nope, not at all. It was very, very, very frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you go into, Devil Deer rooms, is like, how does Lord of the Pit sound? It's like, I'm already flying.
Yep.
Dude.
I'm already floating. I don't need your stuff. I don't need the turn your enemies thing, because that doesn't help.
Oh, Betrayal? It's so funny. I don't pick that weapon up anymore, because the animation from when you get hit takes so long, and the effect of the item is so pathetic.
Yeah.
There's no real reason.
To be honest, I feel the same way about Charm Tears, though. The tears that have the same effect. It's it's handy because it'll make them run away from me, but at the same time, it's terrible because it does nothing.
Yeah, every once in a blue moon, I'll have an enemy attack another enemy because they're charmed, but it's never really that strong. I've actually started not picking up items that cause fear, because I feel like, especially for bosses, it just makes enemies weird. You have to be able to predict stuff. Yeah, exactly. And if you can't predict how they're going to move or how they're going to act, you're just asking for trouble.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well,
yeah.
I mean, this week's dailies, I should say, I didn't have the best of times. I mean, as of yesterday, it's 5-1. I'm going to assume it's 6-1, even though you didn't finish it. You probably still beat me, because that's how these things go sometimes.
Well, it's an Azazel
okay, so
Mega Satan run, so
5-2.
Yeah.
As soon as you say Azazel, it's usually a good thing for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I've past few weeks or so, I've had a lot going on inside of my own mental head. So it's been hard to sit down and focus on playing games. That's why I've probably been playing a lot of games that don't require a whole bunch of thought.
Yeah, it'd be like, I'm going to start a new Demon Souls game because I have the flu. It's like, well, that's probably not the best idea.
Exactly. I mean, just looking at last week's games, I played a bunch of games that you don't need to think about. Even puzzle games I don't need to think about. But I don't know. I just had a really bad week with the dailies this week. They were just so very hard. So stupid mistakes cost me, as they always do, and it's always one of those things as well where it's like, oh, look, damage bonus cost me again. Damage cost me again. And damage cost me again. Because I don't know where it is. Sometimes I just make stupid moves. There's been times when I know I've played out of my mind and I've done better than you in damage, but that's AAA top of my game play for me. That is, where it's just like, this is how I will win. This is how I will never be defeated. And then that usually lasts about a day or two.
I don't know, the stuff that's always my downfall is really dumb stuff where it's like, you're all the way at the end of a floor and you found the item room and it's on the opposite side from the boss. So it's like, all right, now I just have to, my speed is super fast, I just have to hoof it back to the boss. And every time
spikes.
I run into a new room, I run right in the spikes. It's like, great, I shouldn't do that again.
Yep.
I do it like 2 more times on the floor and then I start getting the yips where it's like, okay, now I need to not go in, like, fly blindly into every room, and then I move too delicately, and then I step into more spikes.
Yep, because the best part of that is, let's say you're heading from boss to item room, you go all the way back, you hit 3 rooms with spikes in, you hit all 3 spikes, and then you think to yourself, oh, it's those 3 rooms, I'll go into them slow. You miscalculate, you're 1 room off, and you hit all 3 of them on the way back again.
Yeah.
And it's just, nope, there we go. I'm doomed in eternity of spikes.
That's how this day is going to go, I see.
Yep. On the flip side, though, I did do a couple of normal mode runs. Normal, hard mode runs. A couple of normal runs this week. I didn't touch the challenges this week because I kind of, like I said, weird brain space, don't really want to be trying to focus that much on it.
Don't want to punish yourself, really.
Yep. So, I did some Blue Baby runs. And I managed to unlock Hive Baby.
Oh, yay.
And also Blue Baby Soul for defeating the Lamb on hard mode with Blue Baby, which I'm pretty sure completes his post-it note squad for me. No more Blue Baby. Thank goodness. I hate Blue Baby.
Yeah.
Flip side of that, next on the docket was Eve. Who can be really fun sometimes and really horrible other times.
Yeah.
I had a Mega Satan run going with her. I had it all set up, everything was done, everything was ready. I got greedy and stupid and died, and I kicked myself for doing so. On the flip side, I did actually manage to defeat the Lamb with her, on hard as well, so I got her black lipstick. And then I also defeated Boss Rush with her, and got Eve's mascara unlocked for myself as well.
Boo!
I like that. I like Eve's mascara. I know you don't because it slows down your firing speed. I genuinely like it.
It's so bad.
It's so good. It's so good. And I'm not going to lie, in that boss rush, I was torn because the boss rush reward was soy milk.
Oh.
But I had Mom's knife, and I didn't know if it was a good or a bad combination with it. So I didn't do anything for it. I thought, no, not going to take the risk. Because that was the run I thought I had a good chance at Mega Satan. And then I was stupid. Because I needed the key. Those spikes involved. Notice a trend so far.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I honestly, I am very pleased with my progress with Eve. Like, she's the next on the docket. I can't remember who's after her. I think it's Lilith.
Probably, yeah.
Who is probably my least favourite character. But, you know, I've got Eve. I'm underway now. I can see those post-it notes getting filled in, and I can feel the end approaching for the post-it notes. I can feel it. And then by the time I'm done, they might have actually released Afterbirth Plus.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can just start grinding for picking up those items.
Yep. But, no, I mean, to be honest, like, it doesn't sound like it did much, but on hard mode with all of those people, I'm happy, especially considering I'm not the best with Eve, because she is by default a have one heart and make do kind of player. Yeah. So I'm really pleased with the actual work I did with her, and the fact that Blue Baby's done now is just, it's a weight off my shoulders. Like, there's no more worrying about him, no more worrying about that stuff, just enough.
Yeah. I did a couple of greed runs on my second save this week, and only really had one that was any good. And I think I brought like 50-something coins and managed to feed all of them in the machine. And I just looked up, because I thought I was super close to the lost holding the Holy Mantle, because I crossed over the like 500 coin threshold. Mm-hmm. It is 879 coins for that. So,
oh wow!
I am nowhere close.
I'm pretty sure that's actually what spurred me originally to just pound out greed mode, was I unlocked the Lost, and then I didn't have the mantle, and then I literally just ran greed mode over and over and over again until I got the Holy Mantle.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still don't think I've picked up the heart. Like the...
Isaac's heart?
No, the awesome heart that we had in one of the dailies. It's an angel room item.
Oh, Godhead? Oh, Sacred Heart.
Yes, I picked that up in a daily, but I've never picked it up in a normal run.
Yeah, that's the hard part about Afterbirth. They fixed it a little bit in Afterbirth Plus, but Afterbirth, it's just still pretty tough to get an angel room.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I made some progress. I'm happy with that. Hopefully I can get Eve done this week and move on to Lilith. I believe it's Lilith, but I know I'm coming to the ultimate pain in the backside when it comes to this, who is the very last person on my list.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to do anything to do with him because I always die so quickly.
The only thing that saved me from the Keeper is like those are truly feast or famine runs because you can't pick up any devil deals. You can pick up angel deals if you can get them, which is easier by skipping devil deals. But the thing that really saved me on all the runs that I did, especially my Mega Satan run, was bomb as many pots as you can early on in the run.
And Swallowed Penny.
Yeah, and Swallowed Penny, every time you hit, you're guaranteed to have a coin fly out of you. So as long as you can make it to picking up that coin, which is sometimes not going to happen, then you're pretty solid for most of the run. It's just, can you get the right run to have enough damage, especially have enough speed? It starts with triple shots, so your DPS is pretty low to start with. It's just, it's hard.
Oh, yeah. Every run I've ever attempted with him is an unmitigated disaster.
Yeah.
Like the one time I got greed mode done with him was because I got Godhead on the first floor.
Right. Can't go wrong with that.
That's not great, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like Keeper is pretty similar to the Lost, where it's, you have to shuffle up your flowchart a lot. Now I can't pick up devil deals, and tiers upgrades are going to be better, and health upgrades do virtually nothing for me unless you want to be really risky on devil deals.
Yeah.
That's just rough.
Yep. But who knows? Hopefully eventually I'll actually get him done. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's the nightmare I'm not looking forward to. I'll probably get to him and think, let's do the challenges because they're going to be easier.
You might not be wrong. All right, well, that's our episode this week. Thank you, everyone, very much for listening. And as always, thank you, Moonpir, for joining me in our adventures in the basement.
Oh, thank you for the invite, and yay, no bubbly baby.
We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.